of time left in this one. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Maker out there with Doumbouya. Then there's Brown, and it's Galloway in at the point. And the Wizards with possession. Thon Maker unable to get his last shot to go.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Here's Hachimura, and out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. In the third position, the Wizards.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Galloway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Over Smith. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Galloway. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. The pass to Brown. Can't connect from short range. Washington leading now by 12. Passes to Wagner. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Hachimura. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Robinson for three. Doumbouya pulls it in. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Maker, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Maker's got his first 2 points of the night. So, Smitty, if we take James Harden out of the equation, who has the best step-back jumper in the NBA right now?
You know, there's a few guys. Damian Lillard has an unbelievable step back. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal creates a lot of space on his step back jumper.
Pistons trail by 10. Here's Doumbouya. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Maker sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Maker's averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now the Pistons fast break. Pass to Doumbouya. Maker with the ball. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Smith scanning the floor. Rebound, Detroit.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Count that one.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint. Gotta recognize the situation, trying to get a 2 for 1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
Pulls up, high post. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 8.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Galloway. 9 points last game. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And here's Rose outside. Drills the three-pointer. Rose has got 5 now.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
Just 3 on the clock. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call.
And so it's Washington bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They have a nice 7-point lead.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. 7-point differential. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rose attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The defense is in trouble because off the pick and roll, he uses his speed, he can knock down the shot, and he has a floater.
Brown finds Bryant. And Griffin sends it back. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Pistons trail by 5.
People wonder how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from LA to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Brown. Wood. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for the Pistons. Napier with it. Working on Rose. Brown outside. Clock at 6. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Napier offline with his 3. And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
Here's Wood. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wood's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwane Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwane Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And good that time.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
McCray passes to Griffin. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay. To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
The Pistons making a change here. Snell's checked in. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Rose against Smith. Pulls up on the elbow. Rose can't hit. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And Robinson throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Off the run. The shot is good by McCray.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. The drive by Smith. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I saw that one in Griffin's eyes. He was ready to throw that one down.
Pass to Bryant. Back to Smith. Puts it up from 17. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist by Smith. Bryant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And the shot no good from McCray. Over in the corner, Brown. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's McCray. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Wizards lead by 9. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. McCray is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Henson in at the center position. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
Smith against Rose. Smith kicks to Brown. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Robinson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Christian Woods checked in for Detroit. Luke Kennard comes in for McCray. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Rose. To the middle. Here's Griffin. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's 12 points for Blake Griffin.
Against physical defense, Griffin showing off his power. Nice play.
On the wing, Bryant. Here's the pass to Nate. Passes it to Bonga. Takes a 3. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And Griffin, here we go. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And that one drops for him.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Pass to Hachimura. Puts up a 3. Rebound collected by Snell. Pistons trail by 3. Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
Napier with it. Here's Bonga. Outside Bryant. To the inside. To end the drought. No good. Shot missing. And it's Detroit the other way. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Here's Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's the kind of leadership you want from Blake Griffin, a guy who wants to take those big shots.
Free throw drops for Griffin.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Outside Robinson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hachimura. Detroit with the rebound. Here's Kennard. Pass to Wood. Inside. Griffin down low. Outside Rose. And there's the pass to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. Bryant with the rebound.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Oh, my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how the error will ultimately play out.
Brown is checked in for Washington. Rose passes to Wood. The kick out to Rose. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. 3-pointers. Snell. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brown the pass to Bonga. Oh, and they're getting away with the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for Washington. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Here's Brown. And another miss by Washington.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
And with a strong finish, he finally ends that 13-0 run by Detroit.
And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Rose passes to Griffin. It falls!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
to the paint. Here's Hachimura. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
One thing you can say about Hachimura, he is not afraid of the challenge. Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Wood passes to Griffin. Count!
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Now here's Rose. Napier covering. Rose attacking. Got it!
I will put him in the category as a clutch player. Derrick Rose delivers again.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
I'm curious to see, will they go for a 2 to tie or a 3 to win it all?
So it's the Wizards now. Here's Napier. Off target from downtown. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. It counts.
Derrick Rose is a problem on the break. Strong, fast, and able to finish over the top.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K.
The Road Warrior Wizards arriving at the arena. That look tells us they are ready to get down to the task at hand. And the game arrivals sponsored by... As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We'll look at the Wizards. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And checking out Charlotte, sitting directly below them, just one spot down.
And checking out Charlotte, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Down out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3. And for the Hornets, they've got Washington. Also Bridges out there. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2. Now here's Rozier. Napier covering. Biyombo lays it up off the glass. You know, Chris, it seems like every year the NBA gets a little more athletic. Talk about how that aspect of the game has changed.
I was 6'9" and I played power forward and sometimes center. Kevin Durant is 6'11" and he plays the 2 guard. That's how the game is changing. It's no more big guys go to that end, little guys go to that end. Now you have to be a skilled basketball player. You have to be able to shoot, dribble, and pass at every position. The way of just the one-sided guy, that has gone out the game. That's a dinosaur, and I love it. You have to be more athletic, definitely, but the skill set. You got to make sure you can play basketball, and that way, no matter what size you are, 5'9" to 7 foot, you have to be equal in skill at this level.
Wow, I do too.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
Here's Washington, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start tonight.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside, but that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense. And they could breathe a little easier on their 4th shot. They finally hit the target.
Graham surveying the floor. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Their hot start keeps getting hotter. 5 for 5 now to keep things going.
Now here's Brown. He's tightly guarded. And stolen by Graham. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. It's blocked.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Charlotte making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwane Bacon comes in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Rozier. Then for the Wizards, Mahimi's checked in for Bryant. Robinson comes in for Troy Brown. And it's Ish Smith in for Napier. Back to Smith. The tray. The shot missing. And the Hornets now going the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. That one drops for them. Washington's got 9.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And with Cody Zeller, he has a very workmanlike approach when he's on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's what Zeller is all about, playing a simple meat and potatoes type game. I mean, what he does won't show up in the box score, but it'll show up in the standings.
Here's Bonga. A rebound by Washington. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Zeller trying to free himself up. Bacon's shot is off.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And the Wizards making a change here. Wagner's checked in. And Smith gets double teamed and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. You look at Washington, an intimidating defender, third in the league.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Robinson passes to Wagner. Nice ball movement by Washington. Back to Mahimi. Here's Hachimura. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
It's tipped. Passes it to Washington. Tries it from 19, and that's good off the glass that time. He's got 13.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That's his first foul. And so it's Charlotte with it. 11-point game. Pass to Graham. To the left side wing.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Here's Robinson. And so it's Charlotte. Their lead at 11 points to it. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Bridges out there with Zeller. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3 slot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. The city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. Bridges passes to Bacon. Off target from outside. Wizards trail by 15.
And a new regime in Washington as they have moved on from the previous GM. A lot to do here.
Yeah, GA, and it's not an ideal cap situation to work with. Fans are excited to see what can be done. They need to land a few big free agents. It hasn't happened for the Wizards in a while.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Zeller. Rebound by the Wizards. Mahimi's got his 4th rebound in this one. The kick out to Brown. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Biyombo is checked in for Charlotte. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the evening. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan. I gotta give us a little credit too with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
And the Hornets miss again. And so Brown will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing here by 8. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
I mean, it's a big-time victory when you can just storm back like they did. Didn't have a good first half, but completely outdid themselves, particularly in that third quarter.
Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
And the pass to Bonga. Back to Bryant. And it's blocked.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Now, here's Bridges. Defense is right there. Here's Rozier. Rebounded by the Wizards. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Drops in the layup for 2.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Bonga. A three-pointer off the mark. Hornets leading by 8. Here's Zeller. Count that one. Zeller's got 4 points this quarter.
Playing with great energy. Zeller has the speed to drive.
Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Graham kicks to Bridges. Pass to Biyombo. Here's Graham. He's covered by Brown. Graham with the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Brown right side. 3 seconds left. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
And
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. Charlotte had no problems getting going. They opened up the game knocking down shots and defending it. And that
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Hornets leading by 10. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. I mean, they keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play.
Bridges misses. Wizards trail by 10. Bonga the pass to Napier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Napier's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Washington. And Chris, for the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best in taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Washington shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Right side, Bryant. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Bryant. Lock at 6. Here's Napier. Misses the 3. Hornets leading by 11. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Bryant. Up again. He's off on that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And he makes that one. Washington's got 15 points.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Pass to Bridges. The dish to Graham. Fires the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Brown the pass to Bryant. Back to Brown. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Here's Bunga. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bunga's got it back down to single digits for the Wizards. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Tipped away.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year, but the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Bridges inside the three-point line, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
First one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability, you love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
Graham kicks to Batum. Over to the wing. Graham, the pass to Batum. Charlotte moving it around. Washington. That misses off the backboard.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Graham. There's Bacon. Zeller trying to free himself up. Bacon's shot is off. Wizards trail by 8. Mahimi kicks to Smith. A baseline J. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Graham. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's Charlotte with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A good... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
But it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Robinson against Batum. Here's Hachimura. Bryant trying to free himself up. Hachimura, no good.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
That one wide left.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Batum with the ball. And Charlotte turns it over again.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Dwane Bacon. And a change for the Wizards. Bonga's checked in. Smith the pass to Bryant. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo checks in for Cody Zeller. And it's Miles Bridges in for Nicholas Batum. And a change for the Wizards. Napier's checked in. Here's Rozier, and it's blocked. One-on-one here. Bonga, the pass to Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Miles Bridges.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love D.C. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of D.C. love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
And Bridges jams it in.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdown.
Deep 2 from Robinson. And right on target. Good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Graham. Goes back up. Let's go. Biombo. That's good. And the Hornets lead by 8.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
There's the pass to Rozier. No good on that one. Wizards trail by 6. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Outside Bryant for 3. They get it back. Here's Hachimura. Kicks to Bryant. Second shot opportunity, but he recovers it. Outside Robinson. From the arc. And Rozier pulls it down. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. And it's Washington missing. Washington has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hachimura the pass to Napier. Pass to Bonga. He kicks to Napier. Lets it fly. And good. He nails it. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to the right wing. Here's Graham. Charlotte no good that time either.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Bryant finds Napier, shoots the three. A rebound by Washington. Here are the Hornets with the ball. 3-point lead, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is it to Bridges. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Excels at driving to the basket. Bridges making the D get physical with him when he penetrates.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a two-possession game.
Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Napier. Over Rozier. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And stolen by Napier. Down low, here's Hachimura. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win and really...
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
A spectacular side of... And we've got time. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now, here's Napier. Pass to Bonga. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you as long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can. I think that's a good point.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Outside Fournier. Now the pass to Gordon.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
Here's Ennis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Bonga, defended by Gordon. Bryant passes to Bonga. Good work there as it goes.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here is Augustine. Napier covering. Augustine, that's good.
You know, Augustine is a scoring point guard. He's crafty, but he's highly skilled, and he knows how to put the ball in the hole.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Now here's Napier. Guarded by Augustine. Passes it to Hachimura. Right side, Bryant. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Markelle Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. And then for Washington, Mahinmi's checked in for Bryant. Robinson comes in for Brown. And Smith subbed in for Shabazz Napier.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Evan Fournier.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to get you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
And here is Robinson after Markelle Fultz made that last three-pointer. Shot to stop the run. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Bamba. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Good position that time around the bucket, and when Bamba does that, he's hard to stop.
Outside Robinson. And Mahimi now atop the key. He kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Boy, and at only 6 feet tall, Smith uses that blazing speed of his to keep defenses off balance. Good luck trying to stay in front of him.
The first one falls. Smith hits them both. For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest that game against the New York Knicks. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bamba. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Now Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Off target from the wing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Mohamed Bamba. Markelle Fultz out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Birch in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Carter-Williams. 20 points for him last game against Chicago. Pass to Birch. Kicks it to Ross. Here's Fultz. And the 3 off target. Wizards trail by 6. Robinson goes in. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. High post shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Orlando will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz. A confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it.
And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. And finished off by Fultz.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here is Robinson. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
And Bamba pulls it down. Magic leading by 11. Now, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the Combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me." We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Wizards trail by 11. Inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Bryant. Last game out, he had 14. Here's Brown. Back to Bryant. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
It's stolen by Vucevic. And now Orlando on the break. And then Gordon with the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Bonga, defended by Gordon. But he gets it back. Brown outside. Over Gordon. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Augustine dishes to Gordon. Fades. Here's Vucevic. Tries again. And it's Gordon missing. Bonga deciding where to go with it. It's deflected. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. The first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. And that should do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
And it's Ennis with the ball for the Magic. 17-point lead, their biggest. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Three-pointer Augustine hits it from three-point range. Augustine's got the first field goal of the second half for the Magic.
Augustine is a real sniper from beyond the arc. You give him these kinds of looks, you're going to regret it.
Round the pass to Hachimura. Over Ennis. Here's Bonga. It's Brown on the wing. Hunted by Augustine. It's stolen by Vucevic. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. It's hauled in by Brown.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's Bonga. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Orlando. And a switcher also for Washington. Ryan's checked in. 5 to shoot. Vucevic finds Ross. Vucevic, and it's put back in by Vucevic. And the Magic lead by 19.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Robinson dishes to Bryant. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
And here's Gordon. 14 points for him. Tries it from 19. They get it again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington. 6'4". Clark, you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
Here's Gordon. Rebound by Smith.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And Bryant gets it to go.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Smith for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Fournier pass to Gordon. Orlando making some changes. James Ennis, he'll check in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. And a switcher also for Washington. Brown, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Now here's Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, Gordon's so crafty and full of tricks that he keeps the defense guessing.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And he makes both free throws. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Napier feeling it out a bit. Outside Robinson. And stolen by Gordon. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Orlando out in front, just dominating this one. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Frazier. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando. And so Grant will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Here's Birch. Ball's knocked loose. Grant with the ball. Now defended by Carter-Williams. And they pick up 2. Schofield's got his first bucket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Bamba passes to Birch. Lays it up and banks it in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Schofield. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Magic leading by 23. Here's Frazier. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter-Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
Here's Schofield. Now, here's Bamba. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Now here's Carter-Williams. Over to the wing. Unloads. Misses the wing J. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Now here's Napier. He's tightly guarded with the shot. The Wizards with another miss. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Outside Gordon. To the wing right side. Augustine from outside gets the three-pointer to fall.
You know, typically, guys, Augustine is setting others up. Nice to see him get a pass himself and drill the shot.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Utah, and he banks in the layup. Utah's got his first points of the game.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Now here's Gordon. Schofield grabs the board.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Magic.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Aaron Gordon.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
So it's Washington now, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Now here's Ross. From deep. The shot, no good. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Magic moving the ball around. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Utah. The second chance effort. The pass to Pisekniks. Shoots over Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon with it. And the layup's good off the glass.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you...
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately.
That's the United States Supreme. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the point. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at small forward. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
And here's Napier, following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Napier passes to Bonga, clock at 4, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Snell. The shot that time, not on target. A slow start for Washington in this one. It's a 5-point game. Brown dishes to Napier. Pass to Hachimura. Brown outside. Left side, Bryant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now here's Rose. Napier covering. He gets it in there. Rose has got 5.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. Guy gets buckets through contact out there, so tough.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The pass to Griffin. That shot is off. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Bonga. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And let's take a look here at some numbers for Napier. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them. Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
And the Pistons making a change here. Mikhailuk is checked in. Smith's shot is good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's Griffin. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His 3-ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down. Just improvement across the board.
Wizards making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. And a different look here for the Pistons. Thonmaker's checked in for Wood. Dumboya comes in for Blake Griffin. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. Here's Mikhailuk. Another shot. And the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
There's Galloway, covered by Smith. Galloway kicks to Brown. And the rejection by Mahimi. Out left to the wing. Back to Smith. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Robinson passes to Wagner. Money from the wing. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Brown finds Galloway. John Henson's checked in for the Pistons. McRae has come in for Langston Galloway. 26 seconds left to play in the first. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the paint. Stolen by Dumboya. And now the Pistons fast break. Ahead, here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Robinson. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Now, offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Ish Smith, Wagner out there with Hachimura. Then there's Ian Mahimi, and it's Robinson in at the shooting guard. So for the Wizards, Bonga's checked in, and it's Napier in for Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Wizards second.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
13 feet away. Again, the Pistons good for two. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Brown, he's checked in for Robinson. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Detroit. The kick out to Bryant. Tries from 16, and yes, it's good. Bryant's got 6.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Pistons leading by 9. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Bonga. No good on the 3. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's Brown missing. Here's Napier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
For the Pistons, Wood, he's checked in for John Henson. Luke Kennard comes in for Jordan McRae. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Bruce Brown. Here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Wood kicks to Rose. Jacks up a three. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Snell, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Here's Brown following the bucket by the Pistons. Passes to Bonga. The three. Rebound, Detroit. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
And there are only a handful of players who can create excitement just by being on the floor, and Griffin is one of them.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Mikhailuk is checked in, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. Pistons leading by 12. Here's Kennard. Gets an open look and hits. Kennard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Smith puts up a deep 3. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at the Wizards, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And checking out Detroit, 3 spots below.
And well, for Washington, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now here's Bryant. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York. Here's Brown. And that one, good. And the Pistons with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Kennard. Napier covering. Kennard, the pass to Wood. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smith outside. From deep. And Galloway pulls it down.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
It's good on the putback. Woods got the lead up to 14 now for Detroit.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Griffin. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point. And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
On the court for the Pistons, At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Wood in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Rose. A three ball. Bonga pulls it in.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And the basket by Napier.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. They've led by as many as 14 points. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Bryant kicks to Napier. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rose, that's good.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
Brown. Rebound by the Pistons. Wood's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Napier. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Snell dishes to Rose. Count that one. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer, and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength, is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? How do you defend them?
Impossible.
Indeed. Now, here's Mahimi. Robinson passes to Napier. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Hachimura. Over Maker. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Hachimura.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamentals.
Henson trying to break free. Rose gets the bucket. Rose has got 14.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Doumbouya. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Ish Smith, he's checked in for Washington. And Detroit with a change here, too. Langston Galloway's checked in for Rose. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Maker dishes to Doumbouya. The pass to McRae. The Pistons working the ball around now. And Henson kicks to McRae. Buries it from 3-point range. McRae has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
Robinson for 3. Drops in the tray.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
There's Galloway. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the shot no good from McRae. Wizards trail by 16. It's stolen by Maker. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Henson the pass to McRae. An easy 2 points on the layup. 10 points for him. Wizards have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Smith finds Mahimi. Back to Smith. Passes it to Mahimi. The shot will not fall. The Pistons go the other way with it. Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside, Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
You know, the easy one there. You know, Galloway able to read the defense, finding his man for the great setup. Pretty.
Here's Hachimura. He feeds it to Mahinmi. Over Henson. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Offensive rebound.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
And so is Detroit, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mahinmi is out there with Bryant. And it's Smith. Then it's Robinson. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Brown against Smith. Of course, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here. But if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner 3, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
The baseline J. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 5th rebound in this one. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Kennard, defended by Bryant. Kennard, the pass to Mikhailuk. Stolen by Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Mikhailuk. Rebound, Washington. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Hachimura, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Kennard. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And here's Brown outside. Rebound by the Pistons. Woods got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Griffin. And good that time. And the Pistons lead by 20.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Here's Mikhailuk. Cans it from downtown.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Smith, no good. Detroit leading by 21. Mikhailuk passes to Griffin. Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Brown. Out to the right wing. Pistons passing it around and taken away by Brown.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Detroit.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. Smith outside. The three. Drills it from outside.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
From deep three-point range, tips it, and Griffin stays with it.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
For the Wizards, Bonga's checked in, and it's Napier in for Ish Smith. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Rose is checked in. Good, nice play there from Napier. Here is Rose. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. They get the rebound. That shot, no good. On offense, here are the Wizards. They trail by 16. Here's Robinson. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Wood. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
hang time. Who been the plug in the power? Ayy, came with a charge in my alley. Ooh, charge it again like it's credit. Your team cried me to edit. Yeah, I see.
How can the Wizards not be confident when they look as good as that? And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Bridges out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the 3. Graham with the ball. He's covered by Brown. And here is Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now here's Napier. To the paint and stolen by Biyombo. Fast break now for Charlotte. Bridges misses. And so Brown will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Napier with it. Rozier defending. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards I feel in the group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team in the league.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. The teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now Napier. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense. A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Bonga. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with his tremendous leap.
Basket counts.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they had a very strong bench, not only with their scoring, but how they impact rebounding and passing. I mean, one of the better benches in this league.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Charlotte in the lead. Pass to Graham. It's stolen by Brown. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Effective at scoring the basketball. Hachimura understands his role offensively and plays it well.
Took him no time at all on that one. Washington's got 6. And the Hornets have had a strong bench for a while now.
Yeah, depth isn't a problem for this team, Kevin. Having a formidable starting 5, though, has been. They need to consider trading some depth for an upgrade at the starting position.
Now, here's Brown. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 to shoot. It's Bryant, high post. Biyombo on him. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Wizards making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges. Graham, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mahimi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Mo Wagner comes in for Troy Brown. And Smith subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Hornets leading by 3. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Bacon the pass to Batum. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Smith with the ball, and it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Well, this is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving and set up the open man.
There's Bacon. Off target from outside. Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D. Blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. A high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Hornets lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, GA. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Hornets, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Graham in at the point guard position. Good on the shot. With that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Now, here is Robinson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
You've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Now, here is Robinson. Over Zeller. The 17-footer goes down. Robinson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Wizards. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Hachimura. He's got 12. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
That's number 2 on him already. A 3rd foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
Graham surveying the floor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a look here at a group of rookies that has been holding their own against the big boys in the paint, the top rookie rebounders since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Hachimura, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside. And, of course, P.J. Washington. Same can be said about him.
I think the adjustment period is officially over for these two. I mean, if their second half performance on the glass is any indication.
Biombo, he's checked in for the Hornets. Rozier, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Hachimura. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Over in the corner, Batum. Rozier against Smith, and the rejection by Mahimi. Here's Zeller. He can't get it to go. And Washington the other way now. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it just felt to me like they wanted it more. I mean, didn't get down emotionally when they got behind. And how about that third quarter comeback? One
for the ages.
Rozier against Smith. Outside Robinson. Pass to Smith. Cloak loose. Fast break now for Charlotte. There's Bacon. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 5-point Charlotte lead. Wizards have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. That's a 2 from Smith. He drains the quick shot. And so it's Charlotte with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. Bacon, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into a scoring chance. I love that assist.
For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now here's Rozier. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Batum scanning the floor. Hachimura grabs the miss. Wizards trail by 7. Robinson goes in. Lets it go with a 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mahami's shot is good.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now here's Zeller. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami. No good from the low block.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Smith for 3. Batum grabs the miss. So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 5-point game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wagner can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
For Charlotte, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And the first one drops.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
15 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Napier. Guarded closer. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Napier's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And we've finished one half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period. And that does it for our...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Graham. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. That's the room for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Here's Hachimura. He dishes it to Bryant. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about some of the characteristics that you have seen and you use yourself in being a good shot blocker.
Well, your reputation precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come in here unless you want to get that shot swatted out of the way. My name's Joel Embiid. Did you see my highlights of last game? So really what I'm saying is a shot blocker is always in your thought process. I still have nightmares about Matumbo. Oh, come on, let's go to the next. Go to the next one, please. Come on. Get our shot blockers.
Out to the wing. Pass to Napier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. That one's not going to go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. To the wing on the left. Beyond the arc.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Brown against Rozier. Brown the pass to Hachimura. Over Washington. Hachimura no good.
Even with no one on you, it's hard to shoot off balance like that. Sometimes you just got to go straight up with it.
Washington, that's good.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And the Wizards with possession after the basket by Charlotte. Here's Brown. The shot's good. Here's Graham. He's got 8. Now the pass to Washington. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Ryan in the post. Biyombo on him. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Bryant. And it's Rozier missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Napier. It's tipped.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
Here's Graham. Some solid defense from Brown. Wizards trail by 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Passes it to Graham. And here is Bridges. Napier covering. Bridges misses. Wizards have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 3.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Washington making some changes. Robinson comes in for Hachimura. And Smith subbed in for Napier. And then for Charlotte, Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Dwane Bacon comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Rozier. Offensive rebound. Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Bridges. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. For Washington, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Mahinmi's checked in for Washington. Charlotte moving it around. Bacon makes it off the glass. Bacon's got 10 points in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. This has done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Robinson against Batum. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Robinson.
Now, almost any player left that wide open is going to bury that shot. This is the lead. That's poor defensively.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's Zeller. The offensive rebound goes back up, and the layup is up and in.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now, that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Smith dishes to Mahinmi. Down low. The kick out to Brown. That's a 2 from Smith. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Hornets lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
First part of that possession was bad. The back part of it was good.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Zeller is out there with Bridges. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3, the small forward. Smith's shot is good.
Well, that's the unpredictability of Smith. I mean, that's just a luxury, taking advantage of the weak defense in the pick and roll.
Zeller. Here's Bridges. Shooting foul and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Zeller trying to free himself up. Bridges misses.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Robinson. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
Wow. Smith is just an incredible distributor, a genuine floor leader. He knows where to dish the rock.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Robinson. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And for that game against the Knicks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Napier comes in for Smith. Pass to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Rozier. And again, the Hornets missing. Washington trailing. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul. Napier up top. Rozier defending. And it's Napier missing.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And the Wizards with possession. Hachimura the pass to Bonga. Here's Hachimura. Biombo with the block. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Finished off the break. And the Hornets lead by 3.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
And stolen by Graham. One-on-one fast break. And stolen by Napier. And stolen by Graham. All going up court. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
One thing you can say about Hachimura, he is not afraid of the challenge.
And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. They trail by 3. Count the basket.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Inside. Biombo, no luck. The Wizards have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Charlotte moving it around. Biombo tries again, and he lays it up and in. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for a nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, and when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
And there's the pass to Nathan. A three-pointer off the mark.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
Here's Bridges. Bryant with the rebound.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Here's Bonga. Defended by Bridges. Here's Bryant. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Bonga. It's Brown on the wing. Fires for 3. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Washington who scrape by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home that
been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Take a look at the Magic. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, Washington right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And seeing where Washington is, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
A look at the Magic starting group. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Round out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. Fournier gets a wide open look. They grab their own miss, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Near the 3-point line, it's Augustine. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Now here's Napier, put it by Augustine, and it's Napier missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Now here's Napier. Defense right on him. Brown finds Napier. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I think that just demonstrates how gifted Fournier is. I mean, at 6'7", he's really fast and gets to the rim quickly off the drive.
Now here's Napier. And he just worked New York in that last game. The Wizards with another miss.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Gordon for 3, sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
And here's Napier after Aaron Gordon was able to get the triple. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfect.
Orlando shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And that one falls for Fournier. Orlando making some changes. Ken Burge is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Ennis. And it's Fultz in for Augustine.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Back to Ross. And that one drops.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Fournier passes to Birch. Back to Fournier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And the pass to Ross. Out to the wing. Up top, Fultz. Covered by Smith. That one goes in. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin.
Oh my goodness! What a play!
That's how you pass the pumpkin. I mean, Smith really keeps his head on the swivel to get that ball over to his open teammates.
Ross, that's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
They get it back. Mahimi fades back. He can't hit that time. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Hachimura. Smith is out there with Robinson. And there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Wagner in at the 4 spot. The Magic have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Smith against Carter Williams. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
It's nice to watch Smith get physical on offense. Nothing gets in this guy's way. Plays with a very determined attitude.
Brown, he's checked in for the Wizards. And the change for the Magic. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Ken Birch. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill. Outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much. And a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
Yes, that goes in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
You've got to step in front of Fultz, guys. I mean, he's solid when he comes rolling to the rim to hammer it down on these drives.
Smith, no luck.
fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged his shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Here's Wagner. Out to Smith. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Smith's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, love this guy's attitude. Smith, you leave him open from the outside, and he'll make you pay the price.
Carter Williams, the pass to Ross. Here's Vucevic. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Wizards trail by 15. Robinson dishes to Mahimi. Smith for 3. Smith missing again.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Here's Gordon. Up again. And Wagner pulls it down. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
1:43 left in the first half. Here's Fultz. That one goes. Count it. Fultz has got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Brown finds Smith. Nice ball movement by Washington. Robinson for 3. Right wing. Wagner passes to Robinson. Brown with it. Carter Williams covering. Now Robinson. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. Right around 21 points per, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Passes to Ennis. Back to Augustine. Bamba kicks to Augustine. Pass to Ennis. Releases. But they get it back. Orlando getting another chance here. From past the arc. Kept alive. Back to Fournier. Augustine from outside. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Effective at scoring the basketball. Hachimura understands his role offensively and plays it well.
And so it's Orlando with a sizable... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They're leading by 16. Kenny?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been...
Thanks for joining us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. Napier passes to Bonga. From 17 feet out. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Goes back up. And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Bryant is doubled. Back to Napier. About 1 minute played here in the second half. The pass to Bonga. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. DJ Augustine picks one up. The Wizards shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Clark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly, Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
Ring shot on the way. Washington gets it back. Second chance shot. Bryant's shot is good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Orlando leading by 18. Pass to Ennis. Gordon kicks to Ennis. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. It's stolen by Bryant. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. Here's Bonga. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Over Napier. Augustine, no luck. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. Trailing by 17.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity. You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
Three-pointer Augustine. Rebounded by the Wizards.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Augustine with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Gordon's running. Count it. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Magic.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. Ross is checked in for James Ennis. And it's Fulton for Augustine. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Wizards trail by 17. Robinson for 3. Birch grabs the board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. they can make a big difference.
Smith dishes to Bryant. It's stolen by Fultz. Passes it to Bamba. Finished off the break. Bamba's got 6.
When you look at Bamba, he has extraordinary length. And because of that, he's able to finish over most defenders.
And so it's the Orlando Magic taking a 19-point lead into the break. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Robinson is out there with Smith. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. In the corner, Smith with it. And the layup is good. Smith's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Wizards.
Man, that was a really nice interior shot by Smith. For a smaller guy, he's extremely confident when he gets down in the paint.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Magic leading by 19 points. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Fultz, no good. Washington shooting 43% for the game. Here's Robinson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Robinson's got his first points of the night.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Outside Fournier. Kicks it to Ross. From deep three-point range, Washington with the rebound. Bryant's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Yeah, what you wouldn't know, they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 17-point game over Fultz. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today. And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Lob pass to Bryant. Ross with the steal. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. And it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Magic.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Vucevic.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Robinson against Ross. Gordon, the pass to Augustine. Stolen by Robinson. There's the lob to the hoop.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Pass to Augustine. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Gordon dishes to Ross to the right side. Down low, shot clock at 6. Here's Ennis. It's good from long range. And the Magic lead by 18.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
To the paint, here's Vucevic. Gordon, the pass to Augustine. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
From deep, misses. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy.